Amanda Knox's story is a chilling testament to how truth can be twisted into horror. In 2007, the 20-year-old American exchange student was studying in Perugia, Italy, when her British roommate, Meredith Kirker, was brutally murdered. Kirker's half-naked body was discovered in their shared apartment. Her throat was slit with blood pooling around her. There were signs of a struggle evident. Italian authorities, under pressure to solve the crime, fixated on Knox and her new boyfriend, Raffaele Sollecito, despite a lack of physical evidence connecting them to the murder. The investigation quickly turned into a nightmare. Under grueling overnight interrogation without a lawyer or proper translator, Knox broke down, giving a confused statement that implicated her boss, Patrick Lumumba, an innocent man. She later recanted, but the damage was done. The prosecution, led by Giuliano Mignini, constructed a grotesque narrative. Knox was a sex-obsessed femme fatale who orchestrated a sadistic attack on her roommate. The media latched onto this image, branding her Foxy Knoxy. The media was feeding the public's hunger for a monster. They scrutinized her every move, her awkward laughter, her affectionate behavior with Sollecito, even a cartwheel she did at the police station, twisting them into signs of guilt. Meanwhile, forensic evidence pointed in another direction. Rudy Guidi, a known burglar, had left his fingerprints, DNA, and bodily fluids at the crime scene. And like Knox and Sollecito, who had no history of violence, Guidi had prior run-ins with the law. He was convicted separately, yet the prosecution still insisted that Knox and Sollecito had played a role, spinning a far-fetched theory of a drug-fueled orgy turned deadly. Despite the flimsy evidence, Knox and Sollecito were convicted in 2009. Knox was sentenced to 26 years in an Italian prison, thrust into a world of isolation and fear. Her letters from prison revealed a mind unraveling, haunted by the reality that she might never escape. Years of appeals followed. In 2011, their convictions were overturned, and Knox was finally free. But the nightmare wasn't over. In 2014, Italy's Supreme Court shockingly reinstated the guilty verdict, throwing her future into uncertainty once again. It wasn't until 2015, after 8 years of legal battles, media vilification, and relentless scrutiny, that she was fully exonerated. Even now, the horror lingers. Kirker's family still seeks answers. Knox remains trapped in the shadow of a crime she didn't commit, her name forever linked to a brutal murder. The case is a terrifying reminder of how fear, bias, and a thirst for spectacle can destroy lives, turning ordinary people into villains in a story they never wrote.